Hello children, so welcome to today's topic. So today we are going to discuss about the terminating and non-terminating decimals, very important topic for 1 mark or part B questions. So terminating and non-terminating. Let us start with some examples. Suppose 4 by 5. First of all, it's a rational number because it was written in the form of p by q, where p is 4, q is 5. It's a rational number. Suppose if you want to divide, what you will do? I'll divide with 5 table. 5 is smaller than this, so what I'll do is I'll keep 0 and point here. 5 8s are 40. So how much? What is the remainder? 0. If the remainder is 0, it is called as terminating decimal. One more example I will explain. 12 divided by 5. So what I will do? Same. 12 I will take. 5 1s are 5. 5 2s are 10. What is the remainder? 2. I will keep point, it is 0. 5 4s are 20. That means what is the point here? 5.4. So how much I got? 5.4. It is a terminating. I'll take one more example. 20 by 3. Now look at this 20 by 3. 3 table. 3 6 are 18. Remainder is 2. I'll keep point, it will be 0. Again 3 6 are 18. It is 2. Already 0. 3 6 are 18. Again 2. 3 6 are 18 and 2. So look at this. 6.6666 and goes on continuation. This is called as non-terminating decimal. We'll go for one more example. 1 by 3. Same. 1 divided by 3. So 1 is very small than 3. That's why I'll keep 0 and point here. It will 10. 3 3s are 9. Remainder 1. Again 3 3s are 9. Remainder 1. Again 3 3s are 9 and so on. So if you carefully observe 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 examples, this is called as terminating decimals. Terminating decimal. Decimal means point number and it is going to stop. And these are called as non-terminating decimals. Means there is no end, it goes on continuation. So whether this is rational or irrational, yes, all are rational numbers only. Look at this 20 by 3, 6.6666 and so on. 1.1 by 3, 0.333 and so on. This can be written as 6.6 bar and this can be written as 0.3 bar. So you have learned in your 9th class how to write this in form of a P by Q form. You just recall it. Just recall that concept from your 9th class textbook. Now coming to our concept, get back to our concept. So this is the meaning of terminating decimal. That means if the expansion stops, it is terminating. If expansion does not stop, it goes on continuation, it is called as non-terminating decimals. Okay. Now we'll check some pattern. Now first I'll give the decimal and you have to write in the form of P by Q form. Okay. Now look at this. 0.375. How to write in P by Q form? It's very simple. After 0 we are having 3 decimals. That means if nothing is given, 1. We have to multiply and divide with 1000. So how I'll write? 0.375 into 1000 by 1 into 1000. So what will be the answer? 375 by 1000. The P by Q form of 0.375 is 375 by 1000. Right? Next I will go for one more example. 1.04. So it is a terminating decimal. 1.04. So since after point we have 2 decimals, so what I should write? I should multiply by 100 and I should divide with 100 by 1. So that means 1.04 into 100 by 1 into 100. You know what is 1.04 into 100? You know, after decimals, 2 zeros are there, it will be cancelled. You will get 104 by 100. So in the previous example, we have taken decimal fractional form and the p by q form. We have written the decimal form. Now in this case, we have taken the decimal form and we are writing in the form of p by q form. So this is the way to write the terminating decimals in the form of p by q. Now, if you carefully observe the denominator, what is the denominator? 1000. In this case, 100. Suppose if you write in terms of a prime factorization, how much it will be? 2 500s, 2 250s, 2 125s, 5 25s, 5 5s. That means 2 into 2 into 2. How much it was? 2 power 3. 5 into 5 into 5. How much it was? 5 power 3. Suppose if you take 100, how much it was? 2 50s, 2 25s, 5 5s. Now what is this in this case? 2 power 2, 5 power 2. So what is the pattern is that? So basing on this, we have to discuss 3 theorems in your textbook basing on these factors. That means first 2 examples we have taken the fractions and we have converted into the terminating decimals. Next 2 examples, same fractions or p by q form or rational numbers, non-terminating decimals. In the third case, we have taken the terminating decimals and we have written the p by q form. In this we have observed what is the denominator is 2 power 3 into 5 power 2 power 3 into 5 power 3 in the first case, 2 power 3 into 5 power 2 in the second case. So keeping on all these points in view, now we have to get a conclusion for this terminating and non-terminating decimals. So let us see the conclusion, what is going to get. For that, we have to learn 3 theorems. First theorem is in one way, second theorem is in second way. Combining the first and second theorem, we will get a conclusion on the third way. Right? So it's very simple. No need to get confused. Of course, the statement may looks very big, but it's very simple to understand. The theorem is page number 10, theorem 1.3. So what 1.3, theorem 1.3 says? Theorem 1.3 says, if x is a rational number whose decimal expansion terminates. So we have an x, it's a rational number. When we are doing its decimal expansion terminates. What do you mean by terminate? After point, it will stop. Suppose if x is a rational number, if it terminates, then x can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are co-primes and the prime factorization of q will be in the form of 2 power n, 5 power m. So what is the statement is that if x is any decimal or x is any rational number whose decimal expansion terminates. Now I am taking 1.23. It is a rational number and it is a terminating rational number. Now if I want to write in p by q form, so what will be the p by q form? 1.23 into 100 by 100. Why I should take 100? Because after decimal 2 points are there. After point 2 decimals are there. So what is the next step? 123 by 100. Now 100 can be written as 2 50s, 2 25s, 5 5s. That means 123 by 2 power 2 into 5 power 2. Yes or no? Now I'll take one more example. 0.4. It's a rational number and it is going to be n. That means 0.4 is a terminating decimal. So how to write 0.4 into 10 by 10? Why I should take 10? After point only one number. So what is the answer? 0.4 into 10 is 4 by 10. So 10 can be written as 2 power 1 into 5 power 1. Next, I'll take one more example. 6.256. Then, what is the answer? 6.256 into 1000 by 1000. Why 1000? Because after 3 numbers. After point 3 numbers are there. What is the answer? 6526 by 1000. How to write 1000? It's very simple. Prime factorization. 2 500s, 2 250s, 5 50s, 5 10s, 5 2s. So how many 2s are there? 1, 2, 3. That means 6256 by 2 power 3 into 5 power 3. So what the theorem 1.3 shows that if x is a rational number whose decimal terminates, then x can be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are co-primes. What I mean by co-prime is any two numbers whose having common factor 1. It should have only common factor 1. So we have to express in co-primes so that the q will be in the form of 2 power n, 5 power n. 2 power n and 5 power m, where n and m are non-negative integers because they should not be negative. So look at this: 1 1, 2 3 3, 2 2. So that is the theorem we have to understand. Main concept in this theorem is very simple. If it's terminating decimal, for example, if it is a terminating decimal, its denominator will be in this form. That's all. If any terminating decimal is there, its denominator will be in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. N కాదు ఇక్కడ into అని రాయొచ్చు, multiplication. This is the theorem point 1. Next, what is its reverse statement? What is the reverse statement is, if x is equals to, next theorem 1.4, its reverse statement is how? Just look at this. Let x is equals to p by q be a rational number such that prime factorization of q is on the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, where n and m are non-negative integers. Then x has a decimal expansion which terminates. So the first theorem says that if it is a terminating decimal, its denominator can be written in the form of 2 power n, 5 power m. Theorem 1.4 says if any number denominator is written in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, it is a terminating decimal. Both are same. If a decimal is there, terminating decimal, its denominator can be written in the form of 2 power n, 5 power m. What is the reverse statement? If denominator can be written in the form of 2 power n, 5 power m, it is a terminating decimal. No need to confuse, both are same statements, but the concept, what is the final concept is, if a decimal is going to be terminate, its denominator will be in this form. That's all. You have to learn this. Now, if you combine both these theorems, that is theorem 1.3 and 1.4, what is the statement is that let x is equals to p by q be a rational number such that prime factorization of q is not in the form of 2 power n, 5 power m, where m and n are non-negative integers. Then x has a decimal expansion which is non-terminating. That's all. That are the three statements. 1.5. What 1.3 says? T stands for terminating ankunam. What 1.3 state is, if a terminating decimal is there, its denominator will be in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m. Right? Next, What is theorem 1.4 says? If denominator is in the form of 2 power n, 5 power m, then that is terminating. Now what is 1.5 says? If denominator is not in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, then that is non-terminating. That's all. This is the concept. So what is the final concept is, without doing the division, we can say whether it is a terminating or non-terminating decimal, right? Without dividing. So this is the tabular form you have to understand. I'll repeat again for your convenience sake. No need to get confused. All are same statements but explaining in a different manner. Theorem first says T stands for terminating decimal. Terminating decimal unte denominator ఏ form లో ఉంటుంది? Denominator can be written as 2 power n into 5 power m. This is theorem point 1. 1.3. 1.4 says reverse. If denominator is in the form of 2 power n into 5 power n, it is terminating. And theorem 1 says that if denominator is not in the form of 5 power m, 2 power n into 5 power n, then that is non-terminating. That's all. What is the heading? Terminating and non-terminating decimals. ఎలా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయాలి అంటే సింపుల్గా ఓవరాల్గా అర్థం చేసుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే న్యూమరేటర్ డినామినేటర్. ఇఫ్ డినామినేటర్ ఇస్ ఇన్ ది ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ 2 power n 5 power m, that is terminating. If denominator is not in the form of 2 power n 5 power n, that is non-terminating. Simply that's all. Simple, right? So we will try to understand this with 5 examples. ఒకటి కాదు రెండు కాదు 5 examples చూద్దాం. First I'll give my own examples, then we can go for the textbooks, right? So before going to this, we have to recall one formula. What is the value of a power 0? What is the value of a power 0? It is 1. A power 0 is 1. What is the value of 2 power 0? It is also 1. What is the value of 5 power 0? It is also 1. So why I am saying is that we have to know this decimal values. Okay, so this is point, remember this, a power 0 is equals to 1, 2 power 0 is equals to 1 or not? Yes, 1. 5 power 0 also 1. Now I will go for one example. Without doing division, long division, we have to check whether it is terminating or non-terminating, right? First I will explain. 164 divided by 4. It is terminating or non-terminating, right? Simply take the denominator first. What is denominator? 4. 4 can be written as 2 into 2. How much it was? 2 power 2. So now 164 can be written as 2 power 2 into 5 power 0. What is 5 power 0? 1. 2 power 2 into 1 is 2 power 2. So it is in the form of which form I told? 2 power n into 5 power m. It is terminating. So terminating decimal. Let us check. 164 divided with 4. 4 4s are 16. 0. 4 1s are 4. That's all. I'll go for one more example. Our own examples better to take, then we can go for textbook examples, right? One 16,425 divided by 8. It is terminating or non-terminating. Without doing actual division, we have to tell. Very simple. What is the denominator? 8. 8 can be written as product of primes. 2 into 4, 2 into 2. That means 8 can be written as 2 into 2 into 2. Means how much? 2 power 3. So 16,425 by 8 can be written as 2 power 3 into 5 power 0. The statement is n and m cannot be non-negative integers. 0 కావదని రూల్ లేదు. Non-negative అంటే positive integers అవ్వాలి. So now it is in the form of 2 power n, 5 power m, where n is equals to 3, m is equals to 0. Now tell me whether it is terminating or not terminating. Yes, it is a terminating. You would like check it. 8 table. 8 2s are 16. Remainder 0, 4. So 4 is not sufficient. Then I will take here 2. 8 5s are 40. Remainder is 2. It is 5. 8 3s are 24. Remainder is 1. Now keep point here. 8 1s are 8. Remainder is 2. Already we have kept the point. 8 2s are 16. Remainder is 4. 0.5. 8 5s are 40. How much I got? 2053.125. It is terminated. That's all. That is the logic in this case. That means what we have to check? We have to check whether it is if the denominator is in the form of 2 power n or 2 power n into 5 power m or not. Okay? Next, I'll go for one more point. (25 by 12). Small number I am going to take. Whether it is terminated or non-terminated. So as usual, 12 we have to take. 3 4s are 12. 2 2s are 4. So what is the denominator? 25 by 2 into 2 can be written as 2 power 2 into 3 power 1 into 5 power 0. Now it is terminating or non-terminating means simply I can say that it is non-terminating. Sir, is there 2 power 2 is there, 5 power 0 is there, it is terminating, you can ask. But what is extra term? 3. It is non-terminating. Look at 12 2s 24. What is the remainder? 1 0. Not possible. Then what I should take? Keep 0 here. 12 8s are 96. 4. Already we give 0. 12 3s are 36. Remainder 4. Start. 12 3s are 36. Remainder 4. 12 3s are 36. Remainder 4. All will come. So what is the answer? It is 2.08333 and so on. Simply by checking the denominator, we can say that without doing the actual division, we can say it is terminating or non terminating. Next, I will go for one more example. (4,375) divided by 125. Whether it is terminating or non terminating, let us check. So 125. Obviously, we have to check in 5 table. 5 25s, 5 5s. How much? 125 can be written as 4,375 by this time 2 power 0 into 5 power 3. What is 2 power 0? 1. 5 power 3. Now it is terminating or non terminating means yes, no doubt it is terminating. So that is the concept. What is the concept you have to understand? If the denominator is in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, then that is terminating. If it is not in the form of 2 power n into 5 power m, it is non-terminating. In some cases, we will get only 5. So in that cases, we have to write 2 power 0. In some cases, we won't get 5. In that case, we have to write 5 power 0. So either it should be 2 or 5 or 2 and 5. Beyond this, if we get any other number, no doubt it's a non-terminating decimal. So that is the concept in this case. Okay. Now let us see some examples. Example number 5. Using the above theorems, without actual division, state whether decimal form of the following rational numbers are terminating or non-terminating or repeating decimals. Repeating decimals means in the bar case. Non-terminating means it goes on continuously. Both are the same, but in the case of repeating decimal means the same number is going to repeat. Okay. Now already I told 5 examples. In this one also I'll take 2 examples. Example number second one, 25 by 32. I am going to take this example. So without doing actual division, first what we have to do, write 32 in terms of prime factorization. 2 16s, 2 8s, 2 4s, 2 2s. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 25 can be written as 25 by 35 can be written as 2 power 5, and 5 is not there. Now I write 5 power 0. Yes, the denominator is in the form of 2 power 5 into 5 power 0, 2 power n into 5 power m, where n is equals to 5, m is equals to 0, therefore it is terminating. So the answer is it is a terminating decimal. Only 2 power 5 ఉంది 5 power అంటే మీకు ఇలా ఈ ఫామ్ లో ఉండాలని చెప్పాను. మరి 5 మిస్ అయింది కదా సార్, in case you may get the doubt. In case also missing also you have to write 5 power 0. Then next I'll take one more example, 100 by 81. 100 by 81. So first write 81. 81 is a odd number. We have to take 3 table. 3 27s 81, 3 9s 27, 3 3s are 9. So therefore I should write 100 by 3 power 4. Actually what is the denominator? It should be 2 power m into 5 power n. So but we have 3. So therefore no doubt it is non-terminating decimal. So that's all. So these are some examples we have to write. And example number 6 also, look at this. Write the decimal expansion of the following without actual division. Without actual division. So now in the it's a reverse case. Without doing the actual division, we have to write in the decimal form. That one also I will show you how to write. It's very simple. Write the numerator in prime factors and write the denominators in prime factors. Then you can cancel it and turn into multiples of 10. So look at this, 35 by 50. It is given. How to write without division? Actually decimal form lo raalante em chestam manam. We will take it as 350. So 35. We will take 50 here. We will keep point 0 here. It is 0. 57s are 350. We should write, and we will write it as 0.7. That is actual division method. Without doing that, we have to write. How to write is very simple. 35 by 50 can be written as 5 into 10. Right? And 35 can be written as 7 5s are 35 and 5 10s are 50. Now 5 gets cancelled, 7 by 10. Look at this, 7 and 10 are co-prime numbers. Previously I discussed what is a co-prime number. The numerator and denominator will have only one as common factor, not the numerator and denominator. Generally co-primes are any two numbers having one as the common factor, they are called as co-primes. Example is 7 10, 9 11. You can take any number. Both in the both only one table should go. What is 7 by 10? 0.7. So that is the point here. Right? Next, you can have one more question. 21 by 25. Suppose in this case we have written 50 as 5 10s are 50. But now we have 25. So how to do in this case? So first what we have to do is, we have to make in terms of multiples of 10 in the denominator. So what I will do is, simply I will do it as 21 by 25. What I will do is, if I multiply with 2, I will get 50. If I multiply with 4, I will get 100. Same I will get in that way only. Now what I will do is, I will multiply with 4. Okay, 4 by 4. I have to multiply and divide with the same number. So what I should get? 21 fours, it is 84. By 25 fours, it is 100. Now simply what I can write is, this can be written as 0.84. 0.84, it is a 10 decimals which without doing the actual division. Okay, so that's all. These are the some examples. Now based on today's concept, what you have to understand is, here we have discussed total 3 theorems. Theorem number 1 says, if a rational number is a terminating one, its denominator can be written as in the form of 2 power n into 5 power n. That is the first theorem number 1. Next theorem says, it's a reverse. If the denominator is in the form of 2 power n into 5 power n, then that is terminates. And the third theorem says that if denominator is not in the form of 2 power n, 5 power n, it is non-terminating decimal. Right? And we have discussed some points how to finalize or how to conclude whether it is terminating or non-terminating. Right? So now, that's all. Today's assignment, what you have to do is, write all the 3 theorems. Write 3 theorems. What are the 3 theorems? The first theorem is 1.3, 1.4 and 1.5. 1.3, 1.4 and 1.5 theorems in a row. Continue write. After that, exercise 1.3. Exercise 1.3, question number 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So what is the question number 1? Write the following rational numbers in their decimal form and also state which are non-terminating, which are terminating, which are non-terminating and repeating decimal. Here it is not mentioned. We have to do with actual division only. And second one, without performing division. The first bit you have to perform with the divisions, normal divisions. You have to say whether it is terminating or non-terminating, because it is not mentioned. But in the question number 2, without performing the division, state whether the rational numbers will have a terminating decimal form or a non-terminating or a repeating decimal form. Now in this case, we don't just do the division. We have to follow the previous method, that is converting the denominator into prime factors. This you have to do. Okay. And question number 3. Write the following rationals in decimal form using theorem 1.1. So here, without doing the division also, we have to write in decimal form. Lastly I will explain 13 by 25. So I should write it as multiples of 10. So why the multiples of 10? If I write 10, 2 power 1 into 5 power 1. If I write 100, 2 power 2 into 5 power 2. That means they can be converted as decimals of 2 power n into 5 power n in the denominators. So how to write in this one? I will multiply with 4. Multiply and divide with 4. So what happens, it is 13 into 4 by 25 into 4. So 13 fours, 4 3s are 12, 52 by 100. So its answer is 0.52. Okay, so that's all. This is today's topic. It's a somewhat bigger session, but you have to do it, finish it, so that we can go for the next most important topic for your examination point of view, a confirmed 4 marks question, which will be discussed in the next further classes, until you finish this topic, right? So some of the students are facing problem with the textbooks and everything. From Monday onwards, in our school only we are providing the textbooks. If your parents are interested, you can come and collect your textbooks, and we are started the workbooks also. So initially we have started Telugu and Hindi online classes. From after 1 week, we will initiate all the classes, regular classes, and the workbooks, textbooks are providing from the school, in the school from Monday onwards. Inform your parents. If your parents are interested to buy, they can come and buy in the school. So hope you understand this today's session. and we'll meet in the next session. Thank you.